My turn. I make this look easy. Tick boom like Gasolini. If they call me Lamborghini, cause I know just what I'm worth.
Executive Order 2025, defending women from gender ideology, extremism, and restoring biological truth to the federal government. Section 2, Policy and Definition. That's what this means. It is the policy of the United States to recognize two sexes, male and female. Let's look at the definition. Female is a person belonging at conception to the sex that produces the large reproductive cell. So according to this, if you do not have a large reproductive cell, you are not a female. Male, a person belonging at conception to the sex that produces the small reproductive cell. But by definition, look like we all females. If you don't know what I mean by that, just go do some research and you'll find out. Now, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to give the news. But trans for Trump?
That's a real quick no.
That's a hard pass.
Absolutely not.
The devil literally touched you 6 times. He's back.
Daddy's back.
No, whoa, nah. President Donald Trump, he's officially in office. He was inaugurated today. And let me start off by saying, pause. But Obama's that guy. He's that guy. If I get to his age, I gotta be strutting like this. I mean, swagoo. Hillary Clinton thought she was at a comedy show.
Changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
But no one was more excited than Elon Musk. Before you get all up in arms, he was just, giving you the Roman salute. His first day in office, he signed executive order after executive order after executive order, including the executive order to pause TikTok. He pardoned about 1,500 January 6th defendants. He ended the NATO Paris Agreement, and he is expected to sign a lot more executive order over the next few days. Not to mention his mass deportation that could happen at any moment. That's for a whole nother video. Day 1, he's already signed a bunch of things into order. Too much for one video. So we're gonna go through the week and I'm gonna go over a few of them in each video this week. So hit that follow. So Trump has called out Putin himself on Truth Social, threatening to hit him with heavy levels of sanctions and tariffs. Still don't know what tariffs are. If he does not end the war in Ukraine. On his Truth Social post, he states, and this is a tough read, "Let's get this war, which would never have started if I was president, over with. We can do it the easy way or the hard way, and the easy way is always better," Trump wrote on his Truth social media platform. Sanction is a common known threat that the US has been using to various countries since beginning of time. Do they work? Yeah. Will they work for Russia? We will see. Trump has been telling y'all to keep y'all ass on the other side. And I'm not talking about the fact that he doesn't want you to know you're right, and that's why he took down the Spanish version of whitehouse.gov. I'm talking about the executive orders that he put in place on his first day regarding immigration, securing our borders, that the United States can take all appropriate action to secure borders of our nations through the following means. And it goes anywhere from criminal charges all the way to deploying military personnel. And then we have protecting the meaning and value of American citizenship. And you can pause to read, but he's basically taking away birthright citizenship. So if your mom is here illegally and she has a baby, guess what? That baby is illegal. And Cubans, don't think you're special. I know you voted for Trump. You want to be picked so bad. You're not special. Realigning the United States Refugee Admissions Program. Guess what? It's paused. The Secretary of Homeland Security shall suspend decisions on applications for refugee status until a finding is made in accordance with Section 4 of this order. And you can pause to read, but in Section 4, it's basically saying he wants a report every 90 days, and he will keep this suspended until he feels that we can open this refugee program back up. Good luck. A lot of these executive orders are vague and open to determination, and that's why over 21 states are fighting these executive orders regards to immigration. So if you are a Hispanic or Latino who voted against your own family's best interests, the Department of Homeland Security announces ICE arrest policy reversal. The administration is throwing out Biden's policy, well, at least attempting to throw out his policy, that stopped ICE and CBP agents from going into places of worship and schools to make arrests. In a statement, the DHS person said, "This action empowers the brave men and women in CBP and ICE to enforce our immigration laws and catch criminals. Criminals will no longer be able to hide in America's schools and churches to avoid arrest. Trump's administration will not tie the hands of our brave law enforcement and instead trust them to use common sense." Of course, states are already pushing back on this. New Mexico Attorney General has already came out with a statement that he would not enforce this law. In a news release, the New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres made a statement, "Disruption in these workplaces can jeopardize access to education, healthcare, and essential services." The information that the New Mexico Attorney General also stated that under the 10th Amendment, the United States Constitution, the federal government cannot compel states to enact or administer a federal program or force state employees to enforce such such a law. But he also stated that this is not legal advice, which is always a cover my you-know-what. I will keep you guys updated as the story unfolds. I'm not a lawyer, but what I do know is a president cannot revoke an act of Congress, and that's facts. Donald Trump revoked an executive order from 1965, but in no way, shape, or form did he take away your civil rights as a person of color or as a woman. Your rights come from the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which stops employers from discriminating against you as far as your color, race, gender, sexuality, veteran status, disability status, etc. Trump's ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity does not take away those rights. Only terminated Executive Order 11246 of September 24th, 1965, Equal Employment Opportunity. That executive order required affirmative action and prohibited federal contractors from discriminating on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, or national origin. In summary, this mandated that federal contractors, in order to keep their contract, had to have some type of affirmative action policy in place in order to keep those federal contracts. So when I see articles that state that President Trump signs an executive order revoking equal employment opportunity, it makes me think that it's done on purpose, because the media knows that most people do not do research, they just read headlines. Now, do I agree with the actions taken? No. Do I think they will affect small businesses and help corporations? Yes. But the facts are facts, and we must report facts, and we cannot make it seem like Donald Trump has the power and is willing to take away your rights as a person of color or based off your gender. So people, no matter how big the news outlet is, no matter how many subscribers or followers someone has, make sure you do your research, because no matter what, if they're just reading headlines, it can be divisive. Reading that got me thinking, if birthright citizenship is no more, are black people citizens? Because we will be long birthrights, right? Just asking. Just breaking news, a judge has temporarily blocked Trump's order attempting to end birthright citizenship. A U.S. district judge ruled in the case brought to you by the states of Washington, Arizona, Illinois, Oregon, which argued the 14th Amendment and Supreme Court case law have cemented birthright citizenship. The case is one of 5 lawsuits being brought by 22 states and a number of immigrant rights groups across the country. The suits include personal testimonies from attorney general who are U.S. citizens by birthright and names pregnant women who are afraid their children won't become U.S. citizens. I did not even know we had attorney generals that are birthright citizens. This is gonna get ugly. Now, the 14th Amendment granted citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, including formerly enslaved people, and provided all citizens with equal protection under the laws. Reading that got me thinking, if birthright citizenship is no more, are black people are black people citizens? Because we will be long birthrights, right? Just asking, just someone answer that for me. Now, this is in regards to the executive order signed by Donald Trump on January 20th, protecting the meaning and value of American citizenship, which ended the right of birthright citizenship. As the story develops, as always, I will keep you guys updated.
Look no further than the price tag of this bill, $83 billion. They know that it can't be paid for. They know that the capacity is not there. And you know what will be there? Private prison companies. I want folks at home to look at what members of Congress are invested in private prison companies who receive this kind of money, and look at the votes on this bill.
Yeah, I looked. The deeper and deeper you get into politics, the deeper and deeper you have to get into money. Even Kamala Harris profits off of private prisons. Now, for the year 2023-2024, the #1 person is clearly Donald Trump. But she said senators, so let's look at senators. These are the top 20 senators that are profiting from private prisons from the year 2023 to 2024. And this chart shows the total contribution from private prisons to politicians since 1990. Now, most of the contributions go towards the Republican Party. However, Democrats receive it too. So both parties profit off of private prisons. If you think receiving contributions from private prisons or any private corporation in general does not affect the way a congressman or congresswoman does their job and the way they vote, you are being biased to your party. These are the things that the government does not want you to know, no matter what side of the fence you're on. Let me know in the comments, were you surprised by who you saw?
It is atrocious.
Pete Hegseth admitted himself to offering the women who accused him of rape $50,000 for her to walk away. And that is your new Secretary of Defense, as he was voted in late last night around 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's my time. The first initial vote he passed with a little ease. The second one came to a tie, and your new Vice President, J.D. Vance, voted in favor of Pete Hegseth. This is one of many Donald Trump picks that are being criticized throughout the media, so I'm sure there's more news to come. A U.S. military plane was blocked from beginning its flight to Mexico on Thursday night, according to NBC News, which cited 2 unnamed U.S. defense officials and a third person familiar with the matter. The flight was blocked after 2 planes, Air Force C-17s bound for Guatemala, flew about 160 deportees out of the U.S. Now, Mexico is not the only ones fighting back against immigration laws. Recently in Chicago, ICE attempted to raid a school, which was stopped by the school employees. Also, New Mexico Attorney General stated that he would not enforce Donald Trump's new immigration laws, as well as the Albuquerque, New Mexico schools stating that they would not enforce these laws as well. On Thursday alone, ICE has made 538 arrests regarding to immigration. As always, I will keep you guys updated. NARC News Now, facts, details, opinionated.